Legal dictation number 8, speed 100 words per minute, start. The order of suspension was passed on 17 October 1988. It is not necessary to go into the question as to why the suspension order was not served for 3 months, but the mala fide should be inferred by reason of the fact that order of suspension was passed and that in collateral proceedings the said suspension order has been set aside or revoked is wholly irrelevant. Full facts are not available on the record of this case regarding the other proceedings which had taken place with regard to the passing of the suspension order, the same being set aside, or with regard to the order of transfer which was passed. What is, however, important is that the order of suspension was passed against the respondent, who was a police officer, after the filing of the first information report in the present case. A prima facie opinion had been formed that the provisions of Section 5 of the Act were attracted, and a notice dated 8 June 1988 had been sent to the respondent asking for his explanation. It is wrong to infer mala fides because of the passing of an order of suspension. While the single judge had mentioned about the order of suspension being passed and set aside, the appellants in this appeal have placed on record an order dated 14 January 1991 passed by this court in special leave petition of the Bombay High Court in favor of the respondent herein. Therefore, the aforesaid order seems to suggest that the final suspension order had lapsed, and with regard to the second suspension order, this court observed that the same should not have been interfered by the High Court, and it was by order of this court that the suspension of the respondent was revived. On the facts of this case, we are not satisfied that the appellant had acted in the mala fide manner, and we are constrained to observe that the observations made by the High Court with regard to the mala fides were wholly unjustified and without any basis. In fact, the question of mala fides in a case like the present is not at all relevant. If the complaint which is made is correct and an offence had been committed which will have to be established in a court of law, it is of no consequence that the complainant was a person who was inimical or that he was guilty of mala fides. If the ingredients which establish the commission of the offence of mistaken conduct exist, then the prosecution cannot fail merely because there was an animus of the complainant or the prosecution against the accused. Allegations of mala fides may be relevant while judging the correctness of the allegations or while examining the evidence. But the mere fact that the complainant is guilty of mala fides would be no ground for questioning the prosecution. In the instant case, specific averments of facts have been made whereby it was alleged that the respondent had disproportionately large assets.